So, guys, welcome to a wonderful session that is Introduction to Python Programming Language. So, in today's session, I'll explain you what exactly Python is and why you should learn Python, how you should learn Python. That everything I'll explain you. So, it will be a little bit lengthy video. So, please have patience and spend throughout the video, means listen the whole video so that you'll get a lot of pointers. So guys, Python is a general purpose, high level, object oriented, interpreted programming language developed by a person called Guido van Rossum in the year 1989. And this programming language was released to the public in the year 1991 actually. So many students think that Python means it is named against the powerful snake Python. No, the name of the programming language is not named against the powerful snake, but actually the story behind the name Python is Guido van Rossum is the fan of a British comedy television show with the name Monty's Python's Flying Circus. It is the British very popular comedy show. It's a television show. So he got inspired by this particular television show, and from that he has taken the word Python actually. So Python is there since 1991, but Python has gained the popularity and it came into spotlight because of rapid usage of artificial intelligence, machine learning, as well as data science. So this is what all Python is all about, guys. So if you want to know more about Guido van Rossum, then he is born on January 31st, 1956 in Netherlands. He is called as a Dutch programmer and a software developer and began programming in the late 90s. He is known as the creator of Python programming language. He worked at Netherlands Centurium Wiskunde Informatica. This is one of the company, and he is later moved to Google as well as at Dropbox. And why Python is very popular. So if you want to know why Python is very popular, then you should know the features of Python. So these are the few features of Python. Python is very simple and easy to learn. Python is known as interpreted language. Python is object-oriented programming language. Python is high-level, dynamically typed. It has huge library support, and it is a cross-platform programming language. It is free and open source. Have patience. I'll explain you each and every point in detail. Don't worry. So when I say Python is simple and easy to learn, then simply I have given a piece of code to display hello world message in C language. I have given the piece of code to display hello world message in Java, and I have given the piece of code to display hello world message in Python. So you can see in Python, you have to just write simple word. Print is the function in double quotes. Inside the parentheses, you write hello world. That's it. The program is done. No semicolon is also required. No starting point of the program execution. Nothing is required. No parentheses. So because of this reason, Python is considered as simple and easy to learn. Then you may ask me, sir, then it's better to start learning the programming language with Python? No, never ever do that. Always try to learn C language as the first programming language, because C language will help you to build the capabilities of programming logic actually. And if you start with the easiest language like Python, then toughest language will be very tough for you. But if you start with the toughest language or the core programming language like C and C++, then Python like programming languages will be very, very easy for you. It is known as the interpreted language. So if you have learned C and C++, then C and C++ are known as the compiler-based programming languages. Is it clear? But whereas Python is known as interpreted-based programming language. So in Python, what happens, like the source code is taken by a Python compiler, and then it is converted into bytecode, and that bytecode is given to PVM, stands for Python Virtual Machine. So that is actually the translator which converts that bytecode into machine understandable code. And what all the library files are required that will be loaded at runtime. So this is the blue color box what I have given in the middle it is actually known as the Python interpreter. Python interpreter is made up of many more components. So the difference between compiler and interpreter is compiler-based programming language converts the whole source code into machine code at a time. But whereas in interpreted-based programming languages, the translation is done line by line. Python is known as object-oriented programming language. It is built upon the principles of object orientation programming. See, C is built upon procedure-oriented programming, whereas Python is built upon object-oriented programming. So procedure-oriented programming and object-oriented programming are the two programming principles, or we can say the paradigms, or we can say the style of writing programs. Is it clear? So more about OOPS and practical working with OOPS and everything you'll come across once we go deep into the Python subject. Python is known as high-level programming language because without knowing anything about the architecture of the processor as well as the underlying application, underlying hardware, we can simply write programs in simple English-like language, and the Python interpreter will take care of translating that code into machine code. It is known as dynamically typed programming language. So if you want to really want to know what is dynamically typed programming language, then you must learn C or C++ or Java language first. Because in those languages, if you want to work with a variable or if you want to use a variable in your program, the first step is you need to declare the variable, and then only you are supposed to use that variable in the program. But whereas in Python, declaration of variable is not required. Directly you take the variable and use it in the program. So this is known as dynamically typed. Means at runtime, wherever it is necessary, you just take the variable and use it in the program directly. It has huge library support, and the huge library support makes the Python as one of the world's #1 programming language as on date actually. Cross-platform is nothing but it has the ability to run the Python applications on multiple operating systems, including Windows, Mac, Linux. Without doing any modifications to the code, we can run Python on multiple devices having multiple operating systems. Python is known as free and open source, means you don't pay any license fees for using the Python programming language, and open source is nothing but if you want to contribute to this language, if you want to develop some libraries for this language, you are open to develop that. So that's why it is known as open source. Who is using Python in the industry? So guys, all the top companies in the world, if you take it like Google, Facebook, Netflix, YouTube, Dropbox, Uber, Instagram, Spotify, Airbnb, NASA, Mozilla, the list is very big, guys. All these top companies are using Python. For example, in Netflix, you'll get a lot of recommendations, like which is the next movie you should watch. And that recommendations will not be same for everyone. That recommendation will be based upon your viewing experience, like what kind of movies you are watching. Is it clear? And at what time you are watching. So based upon your viewing experience, the Netflix will recommend you such kind of movies actually. So it has to work on huge data interpretation to suggest you that what should be the best movie that you should watch actually. Because when it recommends the movie exactly which fits to your personality, then definitely you will go and watch that actually. Is it clear? But if you don't know what to watch actually, then you'll just end up with switching off your TV. So what happens, like YouTube will suggest you that what the next video you should watch actually. Amazon will suggest that what you should buy actually. Is it clear? So this is all happening based upon your previous buying experience, previous viewing experience, that everything it happens, guys. So it's all, it has everything to do with the data interpretation, data analysis, and that's where the concept of data science will come into picture. Data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence will come into picture. So what are the applications of Python? So using Python, we can develop GUI applications, we can develop web applications, we can develop artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science applications, data analytics and analysis and visualizations, game development, networking, cybersecurity, mobile development, whatnot, guys. In almost all fields, we have need of Python, guys. So what are the different types of libraries we have? So actually, the libraries of Python are divided in two parts. One is the standard library and second one is the external or third-party libraries. So when you enroll for any course with any trainer or in any institution, they will generally train you on standard libraries. And external libraries, you have to enroll separately based upon your specialization actually. Like if you want to learn Python for data science, if you want to learn Python for AI, ML, so based upon your requirement, you have to choose like which libraries you have to learn. So these are the libraries, few libraries list I have given. NumPy, it is used for numerical computing and data analysis. Pandas, Matplotlib, SciPy, Scikit-learn, TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras, NLTK, Request, Beautiful Soup, and Flask, Django. These are used for web application development. SQL Alchemy for database. Pygame for developing games in Python, for image processing like Pillow, OpenCV. Is it clear? Like the n number of third-party libraries are there in the market. But before you start working with third-party libraries, you should know actually what Python is all about and how you can start working with Python. So whenever you enroll for Python course, everyone is going to teach you like standard libraries of Python actually. So first you have to work on the standard libraries of Python. Once you are good at, then you have to work with, you can decide like if you want to build GUI applications, then you can learn those kind of libraries. If you want to build web applications, then you can learn those kind of libraries. If you want to use Python for data science, if you want to use Python for AI, ML, big data, like you decide like where you want to take your career. Is it clear? But all these things are depending upon the standard library first. So learn Python first and then you go for the specialization. So you may think that how Python is related to AI, ML, and data science. See, artificial intelligence is one of the very, very broader term, guys. Very, very broader term. So if you understand this picture, just look at this picture, you'll understand. So artificial intelligence is nothing but the generalized idea of thinking machines. Artificial intelligence is all about making machines, that's nothing but your computer programs, to think like humans actually. So if you want to make your computer program to think like humans, then your computer program should keep on learning from day-to-day tasks what it is going to perform. Means whenever you input data, whenever it produces some result, it should use that particular result for generating some other data. So it should keep on learning actually. Means it has to make data-driven predictions. It has to make data-driven predictions. Yes, guys, I'll share this recording in the group. I'll share it. Okay. And class of state-of-the-art machines learning algorithms. So that machine learning will come into picture through deep learning. And for all these things, you require data. That's the bigger circle you can see, data science actually. So see, if data science is there, the data science, using data science, you can implement deep learning algorithms through which machine learning and through which artificial intelligence applications you can build. So you may ask me like where Python is going to fit actually. See, if you want to build an AI model, then you have to train your machine through data-driven abilities, through data-driven results actually. So machine learning is a subset of AI, and deep learning is subset of machine learning. You can see the circle so that you'll understand. And all this deep learning will use data-driven analysis through data science actually. It makes those algorithms by using the results produced by data science actually. So to work with this, you need to have knowledge on mathematics and statistics. You need to have domain knowledge, and you need to have programming skills. So you can see the third oval shape circle, the green color one, that's where actually Python will come into picture. So for this, to build these kind of models, Python is not only the programming language, you can make use of R also, but majority we have for Python only. So if you want to understand why Python, then simply you can just open browser and see this tob.com. tob.com is an indexing website. It will give you the ranking of all the programming languages. Every month this will get updated, and you can see Python is in number 1 position actually. Is it clear? Python with 13.33 ratings. You just click on that so that you'll go more deep, and you can see the index, like how the Python is growing. Like since 2002, you can see the graph actually, how the usage of little bit, there was a little bit down, and now you can see it is growing like a 45-degree angle. Is it clear? So no doubt, Python is one of the very, very powerful language to learn nowadays. What are the different career opportunities you have? So you can become a Python developer, you can become a data scientist, machine learning engineer, DevOps engineer, cybersecurity specialist, technical writer, research analyst, game developer, whatnot, guys. There are so many opportunities are there. Then so many students thinks that AI applications is like robots. So AI application is not a robot. Don't think like a robo movie. AI applications is nothing but every computer application what you see in your day-to-day life, we can incorporate AI features into that. And ChatGPT is one of the best example to understand what AI is all about. Is it clear? That's something based upon the previous data which is available on internet. It is going to make predictions. It is going to collect the information, and it is going to give you the result actually. So AI will be implemented in each and every field, guys. Is it clear? So in future, nowadays, you'll see like you got one email, and if you want to write a reply to that email, so you need not to type lengthy reply. You can just ask your AI. Means if AI is incorporated inside your email server, then automatically you can just write 2 words like please write a reply, please write a positive reply to this mail, or please write a acceptance reply to this. So this is what we call actually prompt engineering. You have to use the exact words actually, so that it will write 100 lines reply for the mail, and it will be exactly like you have written manually. That's what actually the AI is all about, guys. So you can see AI in your MS Office also. MS Office is also built upon AI, and even for MS Excel, Python, like we can use Python in MS Excel also. There is one news in the market, you can see. Messenger bots, Grammarly. See, Grammarly is one example of Python, AI application, and digital assistant, self-driving cars, guys. Many more examples are there actually. So there are few students who has doubt that, sir, why Java is more popular than Python? See, actually Java is released after Python actually. Java is released after Python. So actually in 1990 to 2000, there was a period where people started understanding what a computer is. In 2000 to 2010, actually, there was internet penetration, and to develop applications which runs our internet, Java is the solution there actually. See, Python has given a solution to make analysis on data actually. But year 2000 to 2010 is the period where the internet evaluation has done. So that is the reason Java has came into limelight in those period actually. So in that decade actually, in the 10 years, people who have learned Java, they are at top positions right now. Is it clear? And 2010 to 2020, lifestyle based applications came into picture. That's nothing but all websites has become like mobile apps. The interactivity has been increased. Mobile development has a huge usage in the market, and that has given a lot of data actually. Is it clear? When people started using apps for each and every requirement, when they started using applications in each and every device, right from your washing machine, micro oven, your wristwatch, everywhere, when you see the technology has produced huge data. Now companies wants to make business out of the data, and that's where the concept of your data science analysis analytics will come into picture. And that is the reason now we want to take data driven decisions, and to work with that large amounts of data and to produce results based upon data. Python has used library support, and that is the reason since few years Python is into limelight, guys. Is it clear? That is what the difference between Python and Java. So this is about Python, introduction to Python. Is it clear? So guys, those whoever wants to know about the Python actual program, if you are watching this particular video on my YouTube channel, then you can just let me know in the chat box, or I'll give you one WhatsApp number below this. So you can just reach out to me if you are looking for the complete course on the Python programming language. Okay, guys. So thank you so much.